Good morning everyone. Today we will discuss about the size and weight of the bricks. Okay. Before we go to the size and weight of the bricks, I have told you about the Boulton-Skin and Hofmann-Kin. You may be comparing between the, if you compare between the Boulton-Skin and Hofmann-Kin, we will see the many differences. Okay. So you can see here in Boulton-Skin I have told you the chimneys are movable, but in Hofmann-Kin, the chimneys are fixed and it is one chimneys, and in Boulton-Skin, it is two types of chimneys are there. Okay. If we see in Boulton-Skin, in 12 days, about 3 lakhs bricks had been burnt. But in Hofmann-Kin, in one season, we can say in monsoon season or a rainy season or winter season, 40 lakhs of bricks have been burnt. Okay. Next is it's in Boulton-Skin, its consumption or it may consume high fuel, but in Hofmann-Kin it consume less fuel. Okay. And next is in Boulton-Skin it requires more space for drying of the bricks, but in Hofmann-Kin it requires less space for drying. Okay. And in Boulton-Skin you see that the initial cost is low, but in Hofmann-Kins the initial cost is high. If and it is in Boulton-Skin it is most popular because it is of the less initial cost, because its price is less, but in Hofmann-Kin it is high initial cost. Okay. And it is less popular. Next is we can say in Boulton-Skin it is semi-continuous, and in Hofmann-Kin it is perfectly continuously working all the time. Okay. And in Boulton-Skin, percentage of the good quality of the bricks is small. Okay. And in Hofmann-Kin, percentage of the good quality of bricks is more. And in Boulton-Skin, it is mainly suitable when the demand of the bricks is in monsoon season. And it is in Hofmann-Kin, it is suitable when the demand of the bricks throughout the year we produce the bricks in Hofmann-Kin. Okay. So you understood what are the comparison between the Boulton-Skin and Hofmann-Kin. Okay. Next we have deal with classifications of bricks. Okay, we will give a quick review. In classifications of bricks there are two types of bricks, and there are two types of bricks. First is unburnt and sun-dried bricks or burnt bricks. In unburnt or sun-dried bricks, these bricks are mainly are not burnt, and it gives the heat from the sun. Okay. After the process of molding. In burnt bricks, these bricks are burnt and it is categorized in four types: first class, second class, third class and fourth class brick. Okay. So in first class bricks we have read about these bricks are, you can see here the diagram, these bricks are red in color, and if we struck the two bricks against each other, then a metallic or ringing sound is produced. Okay. I have discussed all of this about you. And next is burnt bricks and second class bricks. In burnt bricks and in second class bricks, this crossing strength should not be less than 7.0 Newton per millimeter square, and its edges are not sharp, and if we struck the two bricks against each other, it will produce the less ringing sound. I have told you. And here is the picture you can see of second class bricks. And in third class bricks, these bricks are underbound and it is used for building temporary structures, and its compressive strength is 3.5 Newton per millimeter square, and its edges are of irregular shape and size, and if we take the two bricks or struck against each other, then it will produce a dull sound, it will produce. Okay. Next is we will read about for fourth class brick. I have taught you about that these bricks are overbound and it is of irregular shape and size, and you can see it is of a black in color. I have shown you the diagram. It is black in color, and these bricks are used as a aggregates or foundations, or in the construction of the roads these are used. Okay, so next we will be reading about size of the bricks, size and weight of the bricks. You can see, you have seen the bricks, all of you have been seeing the bricks. You can see here also, you can see the bricks. These bricks are of a rectangular size, and these bricks have a particular dimensions. Okay, so we can say that there are two types of bricks, we can say it. First is traditional bricks and second is modular bricks. Okay, you can see, you have seen in the many of the construction site, or you can see, or you have seen in your construction of the houses, you have seen the bricks which are not of a standardized. Okay, the bricks which are not of a standard shape and size, so we can say that it is of a traditional bricks. And modular bricks means what? The bricks which are of a standardized is known as a modular bricks. Okay, you have seen in the many of the construction sites, or in construction of houses or any buildings, you have been seen the bricks are of a particular shape and size, and its edges have been smooth or sharp. Okay, so we can say these types of bricks are of a standardized bricks, and also we can say that it is known as a modular bricks. Okay, in the bricks you have been seeing, in the bottom or top of the bricks you have been seeing there is one gap in the brick, on the top of the brick. You have seen, you can see here the diagram I have also shown you. In the top of the brick, this, okay, in the top of the brick there is one portion of the brick which has been there, and here it has been written about in which factory it has been manufactured. Okay, this have been shown here, this would be shown here. In the bricks you have been seeing this, in the many of the bricks you have been shown this type. In these bricks, in the top of the bricks, the manufacturing of the site or any offices, there would be written on the top. So here this is the, with this we can say that it is known as frog. Okay, this is known as frog. We can see here this is known as frog, and this width of the brick we can say this is known as header, and this length of the brick, this is known as stretcher. We will read about header and stretcher, we will read about the next chapters, we will read about that. Okay, but in frog, I have shown you the frog. Here you can see the frog in the diagram. This is known as frog. Okay, so in your mind, what do you mean by frog? It may be coming. Okay, you can say that a frog is a mark of depth of about 10 to 20 milliliter which is placed on the brick during molding. Okay, during molding it is a mark of the depth of about 10 to 12 millimeter. You can see here 10 to 12 millimeter which is placed on the brick. Okay, and it mainly indicates why the frog has been given here. Okay, it is of the two purposes the frog has been given here. First is it indicates the trade name of the manufacturer. Next is in brickwork the bricks are laid with frog uppermost. Okay, so you can see here the standardized size of the bricks I have shown here. For India, the bricks of the standardized size is 190 into 90 into 90 millimeter, or in centimeter we can say that 19 into 9 into 9 centimeter. Okay, and in nominal size of the bricks means what? We can, if we use the mortar in the brick, then we can say it is of the nominal size of the bricks, it is of the 200 into 100 into 100 millimeter, or in centimeter we can say that 20 into 10 into 10 centimeter. You can see here the diagram I have shown you here. First is 190, this is a 190, 90 and 90 millimeter, and in centimeter it is of the 19 into 9 into 9 centimeter. Okay, and here the nominal size of the bricks means if we include the mortar in the brick, then it may be of T into 10 into 10 centimeter. Okay. Next we will discuss about qualities of the good building bricks in the next slide. Thank you.